Hey guys, this is Alex and one of my favourite games ever actually. It's Kerbal Space Program, and I just found a pretty awesome mod that hopefully will let me play as if it's a proper campaign with, you know, proper missions and money and everything, not just the sandbox. It will also have all the research and stuff, so yeah, we're going to be starting a pretty badass new, hopefully, series, getting to the sun, well maybe getting to the sun of course, getting to the moon, getting to wherever, so yeah. This is going to be a good one. This mod's brilliant. I'm going to be using quite a few mods as well, so that'd be fun, so yeah. What are we going to call it? Quite like that KW logo, so we'll have that as our main logo. And the name, about Alex Space Program. Probably the lamest name that has ever been made, but yeah, never mind, so here we go. On day one of Alex's space program. So yeah, as you can see, we've got this funky new panel up here, and that's from the mission controller mod, so which basically adds a new mission control, which gives you missions, you know, randomizes missions, and there are also lots of stock ones you can do. So it hopefully won't ever get old, and as you can see, there's a big budget there. And I left the fraps thing on. Never mind, that's going when I remember which button it is. There we are. Fraps thing's gone. Excellent. So yeah, so as we can see, we've got this packages, and we've got all these mission packs here, and the random missions and stuff. They're all randomly generated. That's quite cool. So as you can see, just got all these random missions which give you money and science and stuff. However, to start with, I think we're just going to use some stock missions. So yeah, Sputnik one to start off. So as you can see, well, let's do a dramatic reading of the description.
New government initiative has provided Kerbin scientists a chance to explore space, and we've elected you as our lead engineer. Before we can do anything more complex, we'll need to collect some data on Kerbin's upper atmosphere, construct a rocket that is able to leave the atmosphere, collect readings, and return to the surface of Kerbin with the sensors intact, so we can collect their recorded data.
So yeah, as you can see, it's pretty good. You can see the reward, the science reward they're going to get, and also we can see all the mission information here. So on this mission we just need to get an apoapse of over 70,000, and the only part we need to take is one communitron, so we're not even going to need it. So let's start with this one. And right then, I've got that all selected to the vehicle assembly building. Okay, so I don't know, the first rocket's going to be pretty simple. You're just going to have the pod parachute at the top there. Don't really have any science at the moment. We need the communitrons. I'll just put 2 of them on. How expensive are they? Actually, yeah, they're only 24. They're well cheap. Can have 2 of them to make sure it bounces right, because Ferrum Aerospace really does, like, balancing is very important. Otherwise, one communitron can make it a bit more difficult to control. I mean, it'll just be a bit more difficult. It won't be serious. So yeah, that's the only science we have available, and I think we should pretty solidly and easily be able to do that with let's go with 2 and 3 tanks just in case. So 3 tanks, and just crew. We're gonna not Jeb on the first mission. I think Bill's gonna take the first mission. Yeah, Bill, there you go, bro. So yeah, let's launch and see what the hell happens. Oh my god, gotta change the staging. That'd be really difficult to change in mid-flight. Yep. Launch. So yeah, I use Ferrum Aerospace. It's a great mod because the atmosphere in the stock games is so soupy. Like, you can't really go anywhere. It's more like water at a lower level. And Ferrum just improves everything on every sort of respect. It makes it harder but easier if you play it properly. Space planes are a bit different, but yeah, for this I can go a lot faster in the lower atmosphere without, like, the drag being an insanely high number. So this is Bill Kerman doing all of his standard testing. Let's get a crew report from the launch pad, EVA report from the launch pad, although it will be flying over the launch pad, or flying over the shores in fact. So we're going to take the data, all of it, and get back so we can do another crew report when we start to fly. So without further ado, throttle up to 66% or about, and blast off. There we go. You can see we're going up pretty sharply. That's about right. 2.5 Gs. Let's try and keep it at that to make sure we don't waste any unnecessary fuel. I think we're going to be wanting to do a slight gravity turn as well, so we don't slam into the ground like massively hard. Sorry. So yeah, let's get another crew report. And now we have a crew report of flying over Kerbin shores. Excellent. So yeah, basically, when we get to about when we get to about 40,000 meters, we're going to let Bill do an EVA so he can get an EVA report, and also take that crew report so we can get another crew report and get as much science as we possibly can. So yep, this beast is blasting off, just making sure we've still got the mission. Oh crap, see, that's what Ferment does if you don't quite follow the nav ball. It will be pretty easy to save. Yeah, we've got the mission up. So right, what I want to do is... Oh yeah, we're back, and not... Ah, come on, ship. Well, we're gonna... Oh good, we're enough out of the atmosphere now that shouldn't really matter. So yeah, now we just need to get that height done. Now let's see where our apoapse is. Yeah, so a nice thing about this is, you know, there, we're done. We'll probably have a bit for landing, to be honest. So what we're going to do, quickly EVA, get a new EVA report. Beautiful. Upper atmosphere. Oh, I didn't. Ah, silly me. Got to take all these results, then get back in and get a new crew report. And that's in the upper atmosphere. So yeah, as you can see, the crew records an assessment of the situation. A bit boring, but yeah, guess that's what they just do, you know. So yeah, we're just going above the atmospheric ceiling now. Wait until it gets to 70,000 meters. And time accelerate together a tiny bit quicker, to be honest. And there we are, 70,000 meters. So Bill is going to be a beast and get out again. The first Kerbin in space. So he's recorded an observations about his situation. A bit boring, really, but yeah, who knows. Quickly board it again. Oh crap, I didn't take the data, did I? Oh no, I'm an idiot. So I've got to take this data, get back in, and do another crew report. So as you can see, if we go back to this, we've satisfied all these. Now we just got to make a safe landing. So we're coming to pretty much the apoapse very quickly. Apoapse in 30 seconds. Just time accelerate past that, and we'll be landing in the water again. So yeah, what we're going to do is line up with the retrograde vector and deploy the parachute. There. Let's just do a quick burn to use all that fuel. Bit of science there. Basically, the air resistance on the our spaceship is going to be pretty much the same over the entire thing, whether we got fuel in it or not. However, that will mean that the force on it is the same, but the force on a larger mass, say if we still had the fuel in, would result in a lot less acceleration. So therefore that's why it's best to come in with a lighter ship rather than a heavier ship, because the force will have a greater effect on a lesser mass, basically the same force. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And as you can see, we've got a nice shock heating, and now it's just turned to Mach effects, and I think that's something to do with the compression of the air or something. Turn off that to save electric charge, and hopefully we'll be able to put the parachute to, if I can get it, deploy at say 300 meters, so it has as much chance as possible to slow down on this little drug shoot thing. So yeah, hopefully that will reduce the forces throughout the ship. And I think what Bill is going to have to do is EVA. I'm going to get a surface sample on on Kerbin's water. Bit shit really, it's just going to be water, but you know, don't know what these Kerbals can do with it. Some rocket fuels, just hydrogen and oxygen, they're just basically water which has been electrolyzed, or just in its like molecular or atomic state, so just have hydrogen atoms and oxygen atoms just to come together in a 2-to-1 ratio to make water in a very energetic reaction, which will spit like water molecules back very, very aggressively and quick. So yeah, get an EVA. As you can see, we've finished the mission, got all that money and a bit more science. So we'll see if we can get an EVA report. Flying over Kerbin's water. It's not quite true. So Yep, we're going to take all the data. Now we just need to get back in, do another crew report. In Kerbin's water, you recorded the crew's assessment of the situation. A bit boring again. They need to think of some cool names. You know, maybe it's very, very wet or something. So yeah, now we're going to EV out again. Take all that data. And we're going to in the water. Oh crap, I'm useless at that, yeah. So now we're actually in the water. We can get take a surface sample. I didn't actually read that. Oh well. I don't think the spaceship was necessary here. Well, you know, we'll keep them nice and dry at least. And take all of that data. So now, for the last time, we're going to get in so we can recover it all in once and get some monster payload of science for our first mission. Yeah, board. There we are. Recover the vessel. So as you can see, now we have 83 science to spend on some lovely scientific stuff. So we need the basic rocketry. What to get next? Some radial decouplers would be very, very nice for them boosters. So we'll need them. That little efficient engine, the liquid engine there, would be brilliant, as well as maybe some more parachutes. So we'll get that. Bigger rockets, you know, perfect. We'll be able to get that thrust vectoring engine. Or we could get one of these maybe, you know. In fact, I think we're going to go straight here. Then we'll have access to batteries, so we'll be able to hold our electric charge better in space. But more importantly, we'll be able to get the Science Junior, so all of our missions from after this will be able to use the Science Junior, as well as the goo canisters which we unlocked here. So more science at a very, very quick rate. Excellent. So now let's see what the second message from Mission Control is. Right, I think I'll try a slightly different accent for this one. You never know, it might be awesome. Our scientists have reviewed the last mission's data and have discovered some unexpected anomalies. Radiation levels outside the atmosphere are significantly higher than expected, and they've requested a second mission in order to further explore the radiation levels outside of Kerbin's atmosphere. Modify our previous probe in order to maintain a stable orbit around Kerbin for at least 4 hours before returning to the surface with all the sensors and the new data. So that was some sort of weird Russian-Italian mix. I'm not even sure. Maybe I've invented a new accent, or it was just crap. One of the two, you know. So here we have to actually make a proper orbit, which is quite low orbit, and we have to do it for about 4 hours. So we're hopefully going to probably get one above 120 kilometers, just so we don't have all that boring time waiting for the relatively slow time acceleration. So yeah, let's go with Sputnik version 2. So we've spent all our science. So the vehicle assembly building now, and we'll get a couple of Science Juniors in this beast as well. So we have the communitrons to fulfill that part of the agreement. And on this, I think we're going to have a large tank, or a medium tank even. We get the little, very efficient sort of lander engine. It's more efficient than the big one. Have a decoupler there. So now we've got to think about money as well. So these decouplers are pretty cheap, as we got a lot of money. So we're going to be wanting one of them, and some science things. So what we will need, one for the launch pad, one for flying in Kerbin, one for the upper atmosphere, and one for space. How much are they? So they're 980. They're actually very expensive. We're not going to do that. We're going to have to spread the burden out over various missions. I think so. On this time, this time we're just going to have one for the atmosphere and one for the launch pad. So goo canisters, we will also have. How expensive are they? 7. They're also pretty expensive. We'll also have 2 for the same things. 2. And interestingly, I don't know why, but I haven't actually unlocked it yet, so you can't see it. But these KW rocketry engines are a lot more expensive than the by a factor of order of 2, magnitude of 2 sort of thing. So 100 times more expensive than their equivalent of the stock engines. So where I can, I'll be using the stock engines, I think. And as we've got them sciencey bits, we're going to need a slightly bigger engine to get us into the final orbit, and also deorbit, which is going to be very important. We're going to be taking out all the monopropellant because we haven't even unlocked the things to use it with yet, so that'll be a bit pointless and crap. We're going to have another stack decoupler, and I think we're going to have 3. Yeah, let's have 3. 1, 2, 3. With that big ass nice engine. We've got the parachute on there, yep. It's all set up nicely. What else do we need now? Some fins to keep it stable, because this is a lot bigger rocket, and Ferrum, you really do need those fins. And how much is solid rocket boosters these days? 126. I think we'll be getting 4 of these beasts, or maybe just 2. Nah, we can have them. Yeah, we'll be fine with 2. That'll easily make orbit. There we are. So it's all primed and ready to go. Last minute checks. I think Jebediah is going to be flying this one. This is going to need a bit more skill than the previous mission. So yep, everything is ready to go. Launch.